Branding expert Emeka said, it's not who you know. Rather, it's not what you know. It's the person who knows that we know. Because if I walk out of here, you're going to say, Pastor Eden. And I can't turn off the anointing, unfortunately. Or rather, fortunately. I want to just come here to give you one charge. I want you to remember that when you walk out of here, that you will hear my voice when you begin to doubt yourself. That when you walk out of here, you will keep hearing, refresh and reclaim your life. You deserve to refresh and deserve to reclaim your life. And I want to show you just a few thoughts with you that has been in my spirit from months ago. When Shirley said, come back to Aberdeen, I said, is my luggage going to come this time? Because you know what you did last time? My luggage didn't come for 6 days. So I borrowed cape from If You Face You, borrowed jumper from someone. Reclaim and refresh your life. In 1787, a Russian military leader, nobleman, statesman, wanted to impress his very beautiful wife, who happened to be a queen, Catherine the Great. He was supposed to colonize Crimea, but he failed. And somehow, men will understand this. How could he go back to this queen and say, I failed? So he didn't admit to her that he failed. But she was supposed to now come and visit. And he had to keep up the act. So you know what they did? The leader, Grigory Alexandrovich Potemkin, he now created fake villages, small towns, small villages of people to welcome the queen as if it's the village that he colonized. Imaginary village of conquest, and had all these people line up, wave, and Queen Catherine the Great walked and saw these imaginary conquests and actually thought it was a village. Of course, you can't keep up that act. So in leadership, this has now come to be called the Potemkin theory, which was the greatest framing, the greatest cover-up, the greatest lie. Why is this very important? You're going to look at your life today, and on that sheet of paper, write 5 things, 5 appearances that you've been keeping up. 5 things that is a struggle, but they don't know that I'm still struggling. You're going to write 5 ways in which you desire people to help you. And you're going to dismantle all those fake villages. Because my goal today is not to give you another speech that you won't remember. My goal is to provoke you to vulnerability. So that you may leave this place, right? And say, I need help. We don't need one more strong person who breaks down. Because their strength is no longer a virtue. Their strength is a trap. We don't need one more woman who collapses under the weight of perfectionism, surrounded by sisters, but dying of loneliness. We don't need one more man who feels the need to keep up appearances when they have a help and they could say the balance sheet is not balancing. Reclaim your life, refresh your life is an urgent instruction, admonition, encouragement for you to fix 5 areas of life. Number 1, fix your acceptance. You see, it's not what you've gone through. I've been through a few things. It's how you are carrying the load. The people who struggle the most are those who don't understand that acceptance is strength. We've been sold a lie. They say don't quit, when sometimes quitting is actually victory. Acceptance is not the absence of strength, it's the presence of surrender. And I kept talking to people, and I see that the people who have accepted where they are, what they've gone through, their losses, their failures, who have accepted reality, not giving up, are those whose mindsets are easier. I want you to go today, and you're not going to stop trying. You're not going to give up on faith. You will just come into a fullness of acceptance. This is my life. This is what I've endured. These are the ones who have left. These are the ones who have stayed. This is my struggle. These scars are mine. I would always be that woman who survived cancer 2 times. I can rewrite my history. This is me. Maybe for some of you, I will be that woman who a man left. Maybe I will be that one with a child that needs a little more prayers. I will be that praying mom or the mom with autism. If you do not come to the place of acceptance, you increase your struggle. Acceptance is the presence of surrender. And surrender is not a word for weak people. Surrender is a word for strong people, people that know that there is a boundary, that when something keeps interfering with my sanity, I can let it go for a season. You cannot reclaim your life. You cannot be in control if you want things to always work out the way you want it. There is a place to just stop and come into acceptance. I've lost my mom. You heard my sister say that. The people who struggle the most with grief, you know what they do? They don't come to acceptance. Every single time I talk to someone, including 2 weeks ago when I was in Toronto, delivering a keynote, a friend, a young boy, had lost his mom. And the first conversation was what I could have done. He said, I don't know why she traveled to the village, and if she had called me. And the first 10 minutes was coulda, shoulda, woulda. And I said to him, don't do this to yourself. I said, this thing you're doing is layering pain on grief. And that's not going to help anybody. Maybe you lost the job. Maybe if I didn't. No. Does that mean that we will lose our fight? No. It's just that we conserve our fight for the right kinds of fights. We don't just fight anyhow. So acceptance means you will live today and make a decision that good things happen to bad people and bad things happen to good people. And this my lot, I will take it and walk with grace. You can reclaim your life or refresh your life until you accept. And even parenting will be easier if you accept that this is it. That's why I played the song, This Is Me. I am bruised. I am brave. This is me. I'm broken. Warrior, but this is me. This is my marriage. This is me. I want you to come into acceptance of the current state while you have a desire to change the future. But where you are now, you must come into that acceptance. Because without acceptance, you can't activate gratitude. This never-ending cycle of 1 minute you get a miracle, and the next second, the miracle becomes a prayer point. When do you stop? When do we stop and actually enjoy the miracle? Because the minute we get the praise report, we turn it immediately. Father, give me a child. And in the euphoria of child, God, please help me to sleep. We turn it off. So we are a culture of people that never stay grounded or come to the place of acceptance. And I want to slow you down a little bit tonight. that you accept where you are as a good state. Maybe not a great state. That you accept where you are as a great state. Maybe not a phenomenal state. You accept where you are as somewhere that you once prayed for. Acceptance. More people are living lives that they are not in. You are looking from outside, peeping into that life. It looks like mine. You are not engaged or involved. You know why? You haven't accepted that the cocktail of what you have served is okay. You see, I do not have an ex I want. I do not have a wish I wish it didn't happen. Except my mom. But even at that, I've come to the acceptance that she's at peace. If you accept or come to the place of acceptance, you will love yourself a little bit better. You will live a little bit louder, more joyful. Because acceptance is like medicine that heals you. It not just heals you, but it heals those around you. Number 2, how can you reclaim your life? Enter into rest. I like to share and always teach on rest. You know why? This hustle culture. And nobody I know works as hard as me. So I'm not even downplaying the role of hard work, right? But rest is a state of mind. To come to the place where you partner with God, that your life, the life you have, you don't need a vacation from all the time. To love your life so much that that vacation is a reward or a luxury, not an escape. Let me say it slowly. That you love your life, you partner with God in such a way that you curate a life where vacation from it is not, my goodness, I can't stand my... It's not an escape. It's a reward for work done. And how can you see? You can go to the best hotel. You can travel anywhere and still not be at rest. Rest begins with a mindset that knows that you are worthy, that you are deserving of taking a break. Rest begins with a mindset that understands the kind of rest you need. And I love Dr. Sandra Smith. She did such a fantastic job on sharing the 7 kinds of rest you need. You know why? Your rest may not be my rest. Maybe your rest is sleep. Oh yes, there's a sleep epidemic in America. I'm sure in the UK. Maybe yours is physical rest. For some of us, you know the kind of rest we need? Mental rest. Thank you. That's why you go to bed and your mind is still awake. You are here. Someone is here, but their mind is in Qatar. Like you can't even help. Your mind never stops. How can you enter into rest? The consciousness that you stay and be here. If you are not here, then don't be here. They sold us a lie, and we even wore it like a badge of honor. MOM, mother of multitasking. We gave ourselves multitasking. We thought multitasking was a virtue. No. Multitasking is a training that we give our minds and our spirits to have permission to always be scattered. So by excessively multitasking, we've taught ourselves never to be present, attentive, or involved. We have 5 laptops scattered. This one, Zoom 1, Zoom 2, Zoom 3. And we say we did that. I used to say that in the pandemic. 5 Zooms. But when it matters, you can't be there to engage with your children or your spouse. You become that person that is ADD. Even if you're not clinically diagnosed. If you try from today to just let things fall, let a few things break, but focus on one thing at a time. Because you know what? If you focus on more than one thing at a time, you're giving attention to actually one thing. No matter, yeah. And this is actually scientifically proven. My friend, who is a neuroscientist, Dr. Niyiboriri, said it. You think you fixed the other, you didn't. Because you can only focus intently one thing at a time. That's why our brains are stressed. So you go to bed and your brain is not sleeping. So might it be that the rest you actually need to reclaim and refresh your life is mental rest? Or might it be that you actually need spiritual rest? Maybe in this never-ending cycle, your soul is crying out for something that shows that my life counts for more than my life. Maybe it's not your job. Maybe it's not the paycheck. Maybe it's just that you don't feel that there is eternal value in the work I do. Maybe you need spiritual rest. And spiritual rest, you can get it when you align to purpose. When what you are doing is actually having both secondary, tertiary, and eternal value. I walked into more than 2 people. Someone's introduced, someone you coached said I should be in this program. You know, one of the things that carried me when I was sick, when I couldn't walk, and when I didn't even look like this, is knowing that my life was still serving a purpose. Spiritual rest is the rest you get when your connection with the divine is bigger than the evidence you see. Spiritual rest is the rest you enter when you know that your body of work outlasts you. Make no mistake, the people who die don't die. Not everybody dies. My mom says saints don't die, they just grow up. You know why? Because a dead man published a best-selling book. Yes, I got a notification last year that Dr. Miles Monroe published a book. How can you be dead and be publishing spiritual rest? How can someone speak into lives from the grave spiritual rest? When you know that whatever you do has eternal value. That's why some people, no matter how much they earn, they just don't feel like God is going to say, well done. Or maybe the rest you need is not even spiritual. Maybe it's not for you, it's not that deep. Maybe the rest you need is sensory rest. Tick, talk, trade, Facebook, WhatsApp, Clubhouse, Telegram, beep, bing. The never-ending sound of sensory notifications and input. The laser lights that keep flowing. So most of us are what? Sensory junkies. We don't admit it. And the lack of admittance is a sign that you're even a junkie. Because have you ever seen a drug addict who certainly I got it under control. Sensory rest. How do you know you need sensory rest? When you can't turn it off. Oh, I'm on every social media platform. Trust me. Eden A. Onwuka on LinkedIn, everywhere. But I actually know that they are tools. I'm not a slave to them. You need sensory rest when you are a little disorganized mentally and you're overwhelmed. You start to feel sick. That's why you get to the office with a lot of energy, right? And towards the afternoon, you start snapping at people. Sensory input. It's called sensory overload. So you may be needing sensory detox if you know you've never turned off your laptop, even for 1 hour. See, there's no emergency, nothing will happen. See, let me repeat, maybe these people, they need this, but I don't understand, their food is... See, nothing will happen for that 1 hour. You know why? Because when that laptop finally turns off, because of an emergency, 1 minute silence, that's all anybody gives anybody. We are not indispensable. We are only useful. We're not indispensable. And it is an honor to know that I'm not that indispensable. So turn off the laptop. Turn off the phone so you can engage with the people around you. I throw my phone somewhere when I finish and I don't touch it again. Rest. Or maybe it's not sensory rest you need. That's why I'm happy that we are here. Maybe you need creative rest. You know what creative rest is? When you can look at something old with new eyes. Maybe the greatest therapy you need in your marriage is to take another look at this handsome chunk of black chocolate that God gave me And remember the awe and wonder you used to see him with. Maybe to look at these annoying, cranky children climbing the wall and remember how blessed you were. You felt in that moment of motherhood. Maybe to remember a friend. How can you look at something old with new eyes? When last did you even notice the trees in your compound? Someone say, is there a tree? Tree? Is that a tree? You know, sometimes when I'm driving into my estate, I've lived there for 10 years, I slow down, I said, Eden, pretend you've never been here before. Then I start to drive slowly, and I'm amazed what I see that I don't see. I'm like, whoa, look at those ducks. Oh, there's a lake? Wow. Then I'm driving into my garage, I stop. My kids are like, why are we stopping? I said, I want to see my house again. You know why? We live in a culture where we stop seeing. Or we stop seeing the beauty. We stop seeing sunset. And it's even worse in the African culture. Sunset. Sunset. Is sunset going to put food on the table? How many of you just take a look at outside? Just take a look at the canvas. The masterpiece photography of the mighty God. Look at how we signed his name in the skies. Just look at the color combination. Do you know that kind of rest is refreshing? That's why an English poet said, what is this life, if full of care, that we have no time to stand and stare? Creative rest will help you not lose the wonder of being alive. I want to submit for your kind consideration that if you didn't pay for the oxygen that brought you here, you're a blessed man. If you didn't pay for the oxygen that brought you here, you're a blessed woman. But creative rest is when you start to do the same thing in a new way. Maybe that's what you need. Or maybe what you just need is emotional rest. Do you know that many of us are such givers? Giving time, talent, treasure, that we have nobody that gives us back. So if you don't have a safe place where you can be yourself, where people don't need you for anything they can get from you, that means you're not at emotional rest. Many of us have people in our life, but the only people you have are those that uncle, send. Many of us don't. I have spaces where I'm not coach, I'm not consultant, I'm just Eden, where I laugh. No, they don't want anything from me. So, you know why? So they pour into me. I have one or two of them. My sister is one of them. Nobody's asking for anything. Many of us, the only connections we have are with askers. And while that in itself is not bad, you need people in your life who just pour into you. That's emotional rest. Or maybe social rest, when you belong to communities where people just love on you, where you are part of something bigger, like this kind of gathering. So you come to acceptance, number one. But you find the rest you need. And again, the rest will be different from one person to another person. Number 3. Challenge yourself to growth. Don't stop growing. Whatever you know, there's more. Keep growing. In fact, have what is called a growth mindset. So that you enter into every day and watch what you think you know. Like you enter into every day and say, what I knew yesterday, I'm not going to carry it over. I will come with a learner's mindset. So when you come, I was rushing when they were doing the makeup. What I kept telling Millicent something. I said, I'm not speaking till the end, but I want to be in the room so I can learn. And I was harassing her like, I'm not learning. You know why? Because I have to show up each day like I don't know anything. That way, children are my teachers. Nature is my teacher. A conversation with the taxi man bringing me today is my teacher. Sitting by someone in the plane is a teacher. So that you can hear God speak through every single thing. So that you can get the revelation from the most mundane things. So that you can receive divine download in the most uncomfortable places. There is not an absence of revelation. We live in a knowledge economy where bread is in abundance. There's just an absence of what? Focus and attention. So we are leaving millions of dollars on the table because we're not listening. Or we are coming to rooms full and we cannot receive. Please keep growing. In fact, to enter every conversation, I enter like, God, what are you teaching me here? In fact, I say 3 prayers. Let me share them with you. Lord, show me what I don't see. Lord, teach me what I don't know. Lord, tell me what I need to hear, not what I want to hear. Lord, show me what I do not see. Please, God, teach me what I do not know. And tell me not what I want to hear, but what I need to hear. Please keep growing. In fact, when you feel you've grown, that's an indication you need to start growing all over again. Because the day we arrive, then we are no longer necessary on this side of eternity. Number 4, change your conversation. Oh yes, that's why I love teaching communication. But the external communication is not as important as your inner voice. Many of us, our inner voice sounds like this. Our inner voice is a loathing voice. Many of us, our inner voice is a critical voice. And the third category, our inner voice is a sarcastic voice. So the only conversations inside, sit down, your own is too much. That's the only way we talk to ourselves, unconsciously. You know why? Because we have soaked all the voices of those around us, maybe sociocultural, how you grow. So I want you to do something this week. Listen to how you talk to yourself, unconsciously. You will be amazed, or you might be impressed, but you'll be one of them. Sit down. Are you walking up and down again? Are you the only one here? Must you wear that? Please, you see, she didn't even greet you. You learn to mind your business now. You can't be greeting everybody like that. Have some respect for yourself. That's how we sound on the inside. You too, you want to give business card. Didn't you see the caliber of people there? That's how we talk to ourselves. What if your inner voice was your greatest cheerleader? You go, girl. No. Give her the card. She wants to connect with you. Oh, no. It's okay. No. She didn't snub you. You are not snubbable. You are worthy. You are valuable. If she give her the card again. What if our inner voice was the cheerleader saying, try again, get up again? Not. So I want you to begin to change your conversation. Because if you don't fix your inner voice, that's the voice you use in parenting. That's why I love the men's panel. We cannot give who we are not. I didn't say what we don't have. You give who you are, not what you have. You give who you are. So if you fix your inner voice, that's why I love affirmations. One way to fix your inner voice is through affirmations. Did you know that scientifically speaking, it takes 10 positive words to remove the effect of one negative word? Think about that. It takes 10 positive words to neutralize, remove the effects of one negative word. That's why we need to be excess in positivity. That's why we wrote affirmations for men. A man and a half. 200 affirmations for the man who walks in dominion. We wrote affirmations for women too. 100 affirmations for the woman who wants to be more and will not settle for less. And we've written for girls. It's not published yet. It will be published before the end of the year. Girl, get up. There is no benefit to your playing small. 50 affirmations for teenage girls. And we're going to work on the ones for boys. Boy, you are approved. You have nothing more to prove. Fix your inner voice. How? Stand in the mirror and start to prophesy to yourself. You have covenant privilege. You are a grace-funded baby. Because of you, if it was only you, Jesus will die. That's how expensive it is to buy you. You are not just best, you are best and preferred. Your mind is a magnet for divine downloads. Your voice is a powerful instrument of transformation. Start to talk to yourself. And anytime you hear the critic rise, you don't argue with them. You don't argue with darkness. You just shine the light. Your own is too much. He said, I am too much of mercy and grace. You are too forward. I am forward ever, backward never. You see that same thing, you take it. You are dry. I am dry out of shame. You are stubborn. I am too stubborn to die. That thing, you take it and turn it on. You begin to not just heal your internal conversation. You know why people don't like their company? Because they hate their inner voice. Oh, I like my company. Because me and myself will be talking. I just that sometimes, I have to calm down. Because if not, you say, what's going on with her? No. So that's how you engage yourself. Change your conversation internally. You know why? Your off-stage voice is as powerful as your on-stage voice. In fact, your off-stage voice is more powerful than your on-stage voice. Number 5. Time. Understand the psychology, the science, and the spirituality of time. Show me what people do with their time. I will show you how far people will go. You know what I say? If your time is not making you money, your money should save you time. If your time is not making you money, your money should save you time. It must make you, it has that time or money. You cannot just waste like that. The goal of time is to create wealth, maximize wealth, leverage wealth. And you know wealth is a big umbrella. It's not just the currency as we know it, right? The most expensive, valuable currency is the Kuwait dinari. It's not dollars and pounds and number 9 and 8 and 10. The top 5 are Middle Eastern currencies. Bahrain, Jordan, Oman. Kuwait is number 1. Bigger than actually the dollars and the euro. So when I say wealth, I don't want you to automatically go to money. Part of wealth is human resource, relationship, equity. There are things that one phone call will get to you now. Now. It's not wealth that brought me to Aberdeen. It's relationship. 12 hours on flight. No, now. Even if they give you, do you understand? It's relationship. If your time should make you wealth, that's why you don't have time to waste time on naysayers. You don't have time for necessary argument. David had a dilemma. He had a cat call and he had a destiny call. And both of them were ringing with intensity. So the cat call was loud. And he almost started and said, wait. I only have this amount of time. And I have this amount of focus. If I turn to this cat call, then I'm turning away for destiny. Or wait, if I turn to destiny, then I'm turning away. But the problem is that the cat call has emergency to it. It's crawling under your skin. If I walk away, I look like a loser. Eliab is taunting me. And Eliab is my senior brother. Let me tell him a piece of my... Goliath is calling. Okay. Goliath is calling. But Eliab is easier to find. Eliab is speaking. Eliab never stops speaking. But there's a problem. I can't engage Goliath and Eliab at the same time. One must give. But the problem is if Eliab is always doing this, if I have to prove to him. But he asked one question that you need to ask to find out where you should give your focus and engagement to. He said, what is the cost? Is there another cost? Meaning, what is the return on investment of this conversation? What will I gain? How much are they paying me? What is the destiny consequence of my engagement? Haggle, heckle, argument, nothing. What will you give me if I win? Nothing. Clap. Viral nonsense. No. Okay. What is the cost? I get to be next in line for the king. Wait a minute. And I get the king's daughter. I change my history. Many of us have lost time, energy, virtue. Not on unimportant fights. They are not unimportant. Just that they are not destiny fights. They are important. You want to teach them a lesson. Someone said, give them a piece of my mind. Then you lose your peace for life. They are not unimportant. But in the scheme of destiny, we don't have that time. Your time from today, you must treat your time like you treat Kuwaiti dinari or euro. You see, the way I don't see you, you are too civilized and wise to throw money on the floor. But 10 minutes, which is money, on another gossip, on another complaint, blaming, shaming, naming. We don't have that time. Just tell someone, we don't have that time. I said that we don't got that time. Let's be American. We don't got that time. We don't got that time. Destiny is calling. There's prize to be won. There are people to deliver. We just do not have time to reclaim and refresh your life. Tying it together. You accept where you are, even as you desire to go to the next. You understand that rest was not a suggestion, it was a command to you. The Bible said there remaineth a rest for the righteous. So if you're righteous, you should be at rest. And if you're not at rest, what kind of rest do you need? Then have you stifled your growth by showing up too full, maybe constipated, when you should show up hungry, empty, malleable, and teachable? Then how can you apologize to all the men, women, and children, sadly, who lost their lives in the cemetery, that would do anything to just have one more day, if we treat the day we have with the casualness of emptiness? How can we stay in destiny and waste time with Eliab? So today you will use your time going forward as if it is the last day you have. Obviously it's not. But that kind of mindset will make you premium or nothing. That kind of mindset will cut off the wrong people away from you. That kind of mindset will automatically fix your boundaries. You know what else will happen? That kind of mindset around timing will empower your yes. You know the reason why we don't say enough no's is because our yeses are not empowered. If your yes is empowered, every time you say yes to one thing, you don't even need to say no. By saying yes to one thing is an automatic no. There are places I could have been this weekend, but I cannot be here and there. So my yes here is my no there. So if you say yes to purpose, yes to prosperity, yes to everything God is asking you to do. Some of you here, you are receiving songs and you use the song to cook soup. I got that song going. I used to get them. That's all. A song that can unlock destinies. Some of us, when we get to heaven, I imagine that God will say, "Well done, thou good and faithful servant." And you'll be like, "God, so I'm going to put you on the spot, sir. I like you with the white hair. Award-winning photographer. See, oh, yeah." And God will show you all you could have been. I saw you photograph Putin and Joe Biden. I saw you were actually the president's photographer. You say, actually, I photographed the mayor of Aberdeen. God will say, no, I'm not calling forth what you did, but what you could have done by the capacity I gave you. When God will show you that your tithe was $1 million, and you say, but I never earned the money. You say, what you could have made by the capacity I gave you. And you will say, God, I fed 100,000 children. God said, no, you were supposed to have 100,000 orphanages. When God will show you who you truly are, what you could have done, who you could have become, the exceeding abundance of His majesty in your life, if you had entered into rest, come into acceptance, kept growing, or if you had fixed the issue with your time. So would you do me a favor today? Would you just close your eyes? It's not a church service. It's just a mindfulness session. And say, God, show me me. Oh, yes. Not my husband, me. I want to see me how you see me. Show me the capacity you have given me. When God showed me at 17, and He showed me in Isaiah 50 verse 4, He said, I've given you the tongue of the learned to speak a word in season to them that are weary. I said, maybe God wants me to be a lawyer. Now that's what I'm doing. If God shows you who you are, it doesn't matter if you are not that person yet, but you will journey into them. Say, God, show me me. Show me the capacity you have given me. Show me all the lives I could be touching. Show me what I need to be doing. Show me where I need to be living. Some of you are in places you need to live. You think that's a lie? How many of you are in WhatsApp groups you're afraid of living? You're in at least 3 WhatsApp groups that has no destiny purpose. It's expired. But you know why you're not living? Approval. Because the group will tell them that you left. I don't know why WhatsApp is like that. How can we just sleep quietly? So you are there because if I leave now, they will not greet me well. But that's a light example to show that many of us remain in expired places. So we are trying to fit a size 40 shoe into a size 36, a size 40 leg. Say, God, show me me. Show me the things stopping me. Show me how I am in my own way. Like the Protection theory. Show me how I've lined up fake villages and fake people and have a semblance of conquest. And my wife, Queen the Great, is actually coming thinking that this is Crimea colonized. God, remove every cover-up. Now, I want you don't have to share the paper. I want you to write 3 things you're going to kick out of your life today. Write it. That thing that is a cover. Everybody has that. 1, 2, 3. Please write it. And that list is you, God, and yourself. For yourself, by yourself. That cover-up. Some of you, all you need to do is to ask for more help. You're constantly stressed. And stress produces cortisol. Cortisol brings sickness. I had to learn to delegate more because I'm a fixer. I like doing things. I convince myself because I have an excellent spirit. So if I do it myself, I do it. Lie. You have trust issues. So, I said, no. I like the things done in excellence. And the best way to do is to do it myself. No. If you fix the trust issue, because trust must precede thtrust. So if you're not thrusting, you're not trusting. Say, God, show me me. What do I need to drop? Maybe you need to cut down on TV so you can spend quality time with God. So you can actually hear Him, not the great things you've done, but what you could do. Now let's finish up with some affirmations. I love affirmations, so I'm going to take affirmations. Everybody with you, those that know me, they know that I don't joke with affirmations. So now I want you to rise. Please stand on your feet and let's just do some powerful affirmations even as we close this. Let's see. Please bring a copy of A Man and a Half. So let's honor the men here by reading affirmations. And I want you to take this seriously. Because your subconscious mind does not know what is a joke. There's nothing like I was joking. Every time we say something, our subconscious mind takes it and things is happening. So you're going to raise your hands and we're just going to take 2 or 3 affirmations. Is that okay? Yes. Okay, I'm just going to open randomly, and this is from affirmations page, whatever. Say, I am a remnant of righteousness. I make holiness desirable. My goodness. Hey. Wow, did you hear that? So you're not sure. The way you said it, you're not sure. I am a remnant of righteousness. I make holiness desirable. I am supernaturally empowered by counting the times I got up. Let's take another one. Okay, this one is for men. Let's see. I communicate with clarity and sincerity. I want you to say it again. I communicate with clarity and sincerity. I am an attentive listener. Every interaction teaches me something new. Let's say it again. I am an attentive listener. Every interaction teaches me something new. And we're going to take this final one. I establish healthy boundaries. I am not everything to everyone. Somebody is saying it and said, that's the problem. Put that one on your list as number 3. That's your answer. That's your protecting. Put it on the list. Say, I establish healthy boundaries. I am not everything to everyone.